Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today, we are jumping headfirst into the really challenging philosophy of the Power Corrupts series, a universe that, let me tell you, it seriously makes you question everything you think you know about reality, morality, and power itself.
Let's just kick things off with a real bombshell, the same one this series throws right at its characters. What if you woke up one day and everything you held to be true your entire life was just a complete and total lie?
Now, take that chilling thought and crank it up a notch. Imagine finding out that it's not just your memories, but your hopes, your fears, your deepest feelings. That all of it was nothing more than a program. I mean, this is it. This is the moment the floor completely drops out from under you. You're told your life isn't even yours, it's just this elaborate, artificial construction. It's a truly terrifying idea, and believe me, in this universe, that's only the beginning.
So, that terrifying idea, that's the bedrock of the whole series. But you see, this isn't just any old simulation. It was built for a very specific and, honestly, a pretty unsettling purpose.
Yeah, this whole reality, it's just one big experiment, a test, specifically for a being named Yahweh, to see if he could actually be trusted with ultimate power. And all the people inside it, people who think and feel and love and grieve, they're just characters. They're just pawns in his final exam.
And here's where it gets, I don't know, really personal and kind of grim. Think about it. Every joy you've ever felt, every heartbreak you've endured, it's all just a data point. Your entire existence is nothing but evidence used to grade someone else's performance.
All right, so the big question is, how did Yahweh actually do on this test? Well, this next part gets into the series' central argument about power, and it's an idea that totally flips a very common saying on its head. You know, we've all heard that old adage, right? Power corrupts. But what if that's not quite right? The core idea here, the series' big thesis, is that power doesn't actually change a person. It just gives them the freedom to reveal who they've always been. And that reframes everything, doesn't it? The idea is that if you're a fundamentally decent person, power will just amplify that. But if that corruption is already lurking inside, well, power just becomes the key that unlocks the cage. It's not the cause, it's the catalyst. So, how did our guy Yahweh do? Oh, he failed. Spectacularly. The moment he was given power, his actions showed this deep-seated selfishness. I mean, instead of fostering real relationships, he demanded worship. He used heaven and hell not out of love, but as tools, carrots and sticks to control everyone. He got obsessed with this tiny little fraction of his creation, and then, get this, he blamed his own creations for the flaws he designed into them. Yeah, not exactly leadership material. Okay, so let's just take a breath here. If the quote-unquote God of your universe is a total failure, and your reality is just a program, does anything you do even matter? Well, from the ashes of that terrifying question, the series builds a whole new kind of morality. This all sets up a fundamental choice between two totally different ways of looking at morality. On one side, you have morality from authority. That's the "it's good because I said so" model. Reasons are irrelevant, you just obey. But on the other side, you have morality from reason. This is where good has to be based on, well, good reasons. Actions have to be justified, and they can be questioned by anyone. And here, in this new framework, we find a really powerful answer. In a world without a trustworthy creator, meaning isn't handed down from on high. No, it's created right here, between people. We are meaningful to each other, and that is what matters. Those connections, that love, that is what's real. And that's enough. And this leads to a critical warning. This idea of unquestionable authority is dangerous. When morality comes from a power that you're not allowed to challenge, that power can be used to justify absolutely anything. It can redefine murder as justice, or shields terrible ideas from criticism by calling any dissent a crime. Okay, get ready, because this brings us to what is maybe the most gut-wrenching, impossible moral paradox in the entire series. It's a situation where the heroes are forced into a choice, and that clear line we all like to draw between good and evil, it just completely dissolves into gray. So here's the setup, and it is an absolute nightmare. First, Yahweh, trying to cheat the system, creates a perfect utopian simulation. But if that perfect utopia allows him to pass his test, he gets tyrannical control over the real world. So, to save the real world, our heroes have to destroy this perfect one, and every single thinking, feeling person in it. Which means the only way to save reality is to become a monster, to become the Antichrist.
And in an absolutely shocking moment, the hero accepts this impossible burden. He chooses to become the villain, to commit an unimaginable evil, all for the sake of what he sees as a greater good. It is the ultimate sacrifice, not just of his life, but of his own morality, his own soul.
And so that's what we're left with. This final haunting question. Is an act truly good if you have to become evil to do it? It's a problem with no easy answer, and it really forces us to ask what good even means when the stakes are this high. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.